Terence Bud Crawford is trying to sucker Teofimo Lopez into making the dumbest mistake of his career. But if Teofimo Lopez is able to pull it off, Terence Crawford might just give him exactly what he wants. Let's talk about the exchange that took place between Terence Bud Crawford and Teofimo Lopez as Teo fakes like he wants to fight with Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford gives him a path to get it. Let's talk about the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world versus the original phony clout-chasing king at lightweight, Teofimo Lopez, in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about boxing. Teofimo Lopez and Terence Crawford. Teofimo Lopez does it again, doubles down on his ignorance, double downs on his insults, once again implies that Terence Crawford is a monkey, talking about bananas. However, in this particular conversation, Terence Crawford actually made an offer to Teo and said, hey, if you fight Ismail Madrimov and beat him, then I'll fight you next after that. That sounds like Terence Crawford is just talking, and he probably is, but that's not the first time Terence Crawford has actually made an offer like that to somebody. Not necessarily for a fight, but to say, hey, if you do this first, then I'll fight you. Shawn Porter was trying to get a fight with Terence Crawford. In the last fight of Shawn Porter's career, obviously, trying to get a nice little payday on the way out of the door from his Hall of Fame career. Terence Crawford tells Shawn Porter, hey, if you become my mandatory, I'll fight you. Didn't want to fight Shawn Porter until he said, become my mandatory, then I'll fight you. Well, Shawn Porter became his mandatory and Terence Crawford fought him. So, seeing as Terence Crawford kept his word last time he did it, maybe he's telling the truth with Teofimo Lopez now. And I'm going to tell you, I would love to see that fight. Love to see the fight. I don't think it's a competitive fight. So you may say, well, why would you want to see a fight that you don't think is all that competitive? Because to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind seeing Teofimo Lopez get thoroughly beat up for the stuff that Teofimo Lopez said to Terence Crawford and some of the things that he said to other people that fall within my category of human beings in the United States, otherwise known as Black Americans. I don't like Teofimo Lopez. And it's not as if I didn't give Teofimo Lopez plenty of chances. I have gave him the benefit of the doubt on almost anything that he has said, as long as I could not firmly pin him to what I thought what he was implying, which a lot of times for him are racial tropes thrown at black people. But I would give him the benefit of the doubt because, hey, man, he kept it close enough where you could say, hey, well, maybe he really didn't mean that. Well, the interview that he had with Cam and Mace put that to rest, and that he let people know that he knew exactly what he was doing. So when he did it again this time and said it to Terence Crawford, it was clearly that he's thumbing his nose at Terence Crawford and he's thumbing his nose at the rest of the people who are from the same demographic as Terence Crawford. So as a result, I would more than love to see Terence Crawford whoop Teofimo Lopez. And I don't really care whether or not Teofimo Lopez makes a lot of money or no money in the fight. I don't have anything against Teofimo Lopez and I don't want him to be able to take care of his kids or his father to eat or any of that. If there's a beef in the ring and people are between two boxers, that's how I prefer to see it settled. I don't want to see the beef settled with lawsuits like Devin Haney is doing with Ryan Garcia. I want to see Devin and Ryan Garcia in the ring together and fight it out in a rematch. So yeah, I would love to see it. And honestly, I have a YouTube channel, obviously, because you're watching on my YouTube channel. And we've been talking boxing since like 2018, 2017. It's now 2024. I'm a little bit tired of the constant conversations of people telling me that they don't want to see boxing. That a fight is made, I don't want to see this fight. I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see this fight. Most of the fights in boxing, people on Twitter say they don't want to see, or people on YouTube say they don't want to see. No, I want to see fights. I would love to have a full year, 2025. I would love to see a fight, decent fight. I don't care if it's a showcase fight, a super competitive fight between two fighters that you don't know, a big name fighter fighting another big name fighter. You know, the better the fight in any particular instance, the better. But in no situation is it better to not have a weekend of boxing at all. And that is what we've been seeing a lot in 2024. We saw in 2023. We see it in 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019. That is what we want to get rid of, or at least I want to get rid of. So I'm not going to continue to complain about any and every fight that gets made. If Terence Crawford were to decide to fight Teofimo Lopez next, I wouldn't care. Good, Teo. Go fight go up there, jump 154 for that belt, get beat up, and I can laugh at Teofimo Lopez and I can watch all the videos that come up about it. But I want to see the fight. And it would bring a really nice closure to the pumped up, exaggerated status of these fake it till you make it crew, otherwise known as 3 of the 4 big kings at lightweight, that wound up being anything but. Teofimo Lopez was the first one to crash and burn, followed by Ryan Garcia, followed by Devin Haney at the hands of Ryan Garcia. Teofimo Lopez can go the redux, the redo, and going up to 154 and have Terence Crawford do it. Now, there are some people that will say, oh, I think Teofimo can win because, hey, there is a characteristic of Teo that suits him well for this fight. And that's the fact that he fights to the level of his competition. When he's fought the best fighters that in his career, he's fought the best. When he fought Lomachenko, that's one of the best fights he's had. Same thing with Josh Taylor. But when he fights with people that are not at that level, he performs to the same level as the people that he's fighting. I don't think he has the ability to perform at the level of Terence Crawford. And if he's playing below that, he's going to get ran up out of there. And again, I would love to see it. But all of these guys, Devin, Ryan, Teo, we are now at the stage in their career where they're past the midway point. They are no longer prospects. These guys have been champions and fighting at the top level for a while now. And what they are is clear. Good fighters, multi-divisional champions, but people that are not the Floyd Mayweather Juniors. They're not they're really not, they may be considered maybe like the Shane Mosleys. Like they are in that range of fighter, not the top guys. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.